The New Day showed up. By the time the show airs, Deadline would have happened already. But the big news here from this, so Denise Hollywood Salcedo at Denise Salcedo. Salcedo or Salcedo? I always mispronounce her name.
You say it differently each week, and it's really awesome. And you just said it differently twice within 30 seconds.
I know. I just caught myself there.
Well, we'll find out next time because she's on the New Day NXT Deadline panel.
I know. Good for her. I'm hyped for her.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, that's awesome. Good for her.
Yeah.
So we'll learn the pronunciation of her name.
So anyway, she talks about this. The New Day challenged Pretty Deadly for the NXT tag team titles at NXT Deadline. A lot of people were excited to see New Day back at NXT. There was a big pop for that, of course, because I don't think anyone expected that. But it's weird seeing the New Day, especially a former world heavyweight champion in Kofi Kingston. It feels like a downgrade here. So I have to ask: is WWE fading on the New Day?
No, not at all. I think you're just being glib. Why is it weird for you to see? Yeah, always want to use that sentence. Why is this a downgrade for New Day, not a downgrade for AJ Styles or Dolph Ziggler? I think there's a purpose for them being there. Pretty Deadly. I don't know anything about them in NXT UK. So far, they've done a bang-up job in NXT. Two-time NXT champions already. They've beaten basically all the big teams they have there. Who's left? Right? Briggs and Jensen are involved with somebody else right now. The Creed brothers are involved with Vinci or whatever they're called. Like the tag teams they have there aren't on the main event level or entwined with somebody else in a different storyline. So I feel bringing the New Day is a genius move. Same thing you do with AJ Styles and Grayson Waller. I see you popping your eyes there. You didn't pop your eyes when AJ Styles put over Grayson Waller. I think the New Day coming down, having, again, you just said it. The show's over, so I don't want to talk about too much about Deadline, but Pretty Deadly going over on the New Day. It's huge.
It would be huge. I'm not denying that. That would be a big win for Pretty Deadly.
I love Pretty Deadly. They're fucking amazing. Oh, great tag team. Love these guys.
Here's the thing, though.
Here we go.
The New Day, they've been on a downward spiral for quite a bit. But ever since they lost Big E, ever since Big E got drafted to SmackDown, I feel like New Day has not been the same. And they tried to revive their rivalry with the Usos. It just did not feel the same. And obviously they lost. And the Usos, I mean, they're the ones. If they lose, I think they're in a lose-lose situation here. If they lose to Pretty Deadly, that just sinks them down even further in my eyes. If they win the NXT championship, then they're stuck there. They're stuck in NXT. And developmental brand where they only have average about 600,000 viewers a week. So this is a lose-lose, I think, for the New Day as a brand. It definitely is a win for NXT if they do win. I mean, regardless, it is a win for NXT for the New Day to be over there, and it helps the talent. But like, I just don't see it being good for the New Day. It just
I understand why you hate NXT so much.
It just seems
Dolph Ziggler was NXT champion. He was still on Raw every week, with the belt. So then winning.
What did I do? What did I do for NXT? Really nothing.
Put Braun Breaker over. Got that win over.
How over is he? I never see him trend. It's always about Mandy Rose. When we talk about NXT, we always talk about Mandy Rose talking trash, and that seems to be the highlight of NXT. Is it really Braun Breaker? Is Braun Breaker really the face of NXT as a world heavyweight champion?
I don't watch the show, follow the storyline, take your nose off what's trending topics, and actually watch the show as a whole. Yeah, he's a cornerstone of that brand.
I'm not denying his talent. I'm not denying what he brings to the table, but I'm just talking about the people speak, and wrestling community is very big on Twitter, and he hardly trends. He hardly ever trends.
New Day going down NXT is a smart move. For everybody, we totally disagree. I don't know how we disagree on everything. How are we friends? But NXT going down is great. Give them something to do. They're not really involved in anything right now. Give them something to do. Pretty deadly. And I'm looking forward to this match. It's a new, unique matchup. I'm tired of seeing the same matches over and over again. Looking forward to this draft coming up whenever that happens. But yeah, Pretty Deadly New Day. Great job, man. Put these people over, teach them a thing or two. That's what developmental is. Go over match styles, go over moves, spots, stuff. Teach these young guys something. I think it's nothing but good things for NXT. Good things for Pretty Deadly.
That's the best thing possible for that, though, is the fact that, yes, and the New Day can actually, help give their expertise to these young talent there in NXT. Yes, that's invaluable. Yes. But, I'm talking about New Day in general as a team. Like, it just seems like they're fading.
Losing doesn't hurt them there.
But it just seems like they're fading, and I think they need to do something fresh new. Maybe it's time for them to break up. Maybe it is.
No. They would get lost in the shuffle.
They're already lost in the shuffle.
Well, it's hard to be in a shuffle when you have one tag team dominating everything right now. Right now, tag teams going to be hard to get over because you have that one tag team dominating everything. Three people dominating all the championships.
Well, let me look at this list again. Were they even in the top 10? No. New Day, not in the top 10 tag teams either.
They didn't really do much the past year.
They're not doing shit.
They were consistent.
That's what I'm saying.
They were on TV regularly. They weren't involved in any heavy programs, heavy storylines. Their job was putting people over. They put the Brutes over. Yeah, Brawling Brutes. Yeah, I was right. They're gonna put Pretty Deadly over. Hopefully, I imagine. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe I'll just edit and post. They went over Pretty Deadly, could become the Grand Slam champions. So I did there. Smart. Who knows? I don't see why you're so negative on this. I think New Day's in a great spot. They're one of the best tag teams. Kofi Kingston's the longest tag team champion of all time. Combined reigns.
Reigns. Yeah. That's a weird stat.
Yeah, I just read that like yesterday. I'm like, oh, like 900 something days as champion. That's crazy. Who keeps track of this? But this is fine. New Day is fine. They have a prominent spot. They're one of the greatest tag teams of all time. They're on the Mount Rushmore of tag teams. I just think this is nothing but good things. Let's keep the glass half full.
Tom Brady's on Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks, and there people are talking about maybe it's time for him to retire. I'm just saying,
he's 45 years old. Yes. Yes.
But New Day has had such a long run.
He's been playing for 23 years, I believe the stat was today. Brock Purdy from the 49ers is 22 years old. He's been playing more than this young quarterback's been alive. So yeah, it's time. Hang him up, dude. Come on.
Like the same could be said for New Day.
And don't go back to the Patriots. Don't go back to the Patriots, please.
What else is for the New Day to do? Win the NXT championships and that's it? No, man. I think they need to do something fresh, something new. Maybe it's time for them to split up. That's all I'm saying here. Because
you're insane. You're absolutely insane.
Keep them relevant, man, or what? They're just going to keep pulling over young talent. I mean, they're going to be the Natalia of tag teams. Come on.
But if they put on great matches, then they don't suck. What's the problem with that? They need to win. They have to win everything. What more?
Eventually they do have to win. Eventually, they do have to win something. If you lose time, like look what happened with Bray Wyatt. People started fading on Bray Wyatt as the Fiend because he started losing big matches. That's your opinion. A lot of people
New Day will be tag team champions again once this whole bloodline thing's over.